The big stories and bigger insights, exclusive on the Big 10 at 10, 97.7, Family Love.
A great morning, Thursday morning, the 30th of July. July is gone. It's gone. A while ago we were talking about January. Now we're in July. More than half of the year is gone, and we're talking New Year resolutions. Those who had made those resolutions, I'm going to get married this year. I'm going to build a house this year. I'm going to change. I'm going to stop smoking. I'm going to stop drinking. Have you fulfilled those resolutions? All of the targets set, have you fulfilled at least 70% of them? Because 70% of the year is gone. Welcome to State of the Nation on Family Love 97.7 FM Port Harcourt. State of the Nation is a platform that talks about happenings all around Nigeria. We don't base our discussion on only politics, but all round. Today happens to be we'll deal mostly on some political issues this morning, social issues, economic issues. It's going to be a mixed bag of the whole 9 yards. Chief Jackson Lekoja, hi, Chief Jackson Lekoja is with us this morning. If you had guessed his name, then you may have guessed right. Chief Jackson is a security consultant, an award-winning security consultant, a public affairs analyst, a global affairs commentator. He's here with me this morning. Chief, you're welcome.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me, the radio chief.
Quickly,
people at home
and everyone who's listening to us.
Yeah.
We're going to Osun State, your home state this morning. The police command, they were arrested this SSG, the state secretary to the state government of Osun State. They say they arrested him for vote buying, because of vote buying. Tension has heightened ahead of the Osun State governorship election on Wednesday. As the state police command arrested secretary to the state government, Teslin. Honorable Teslin was arrested with 5 others. Ademola Adeleke's campaign and Osun state government has, however, accused the security agency of targeting opposition figures in the political crackdown. The police said the suspects were arrested during a raid on Teslin's house or his residence in Oshobo, where they claimed he had recovered, or they have recovered rather, 4.8 million naira in cash, 2 voters' cards, a registered voter, now a voter registration paper, that's voters register, and other items suspected to be linked to electoral offences. The allegation on the Osun state government and the governor's campaign team were rejected by the state governor and the party, Accord Party. Now, the police stated that among those arrested at the SSG residence was a suspect on their watch list in connection with criminal activities. His name is Oladele Abiodun. Now, the command's public relations officer said in a statement obtained in Oshobo that the 2 PVCs, a voter register, a Dynabook laptop, 1 photocopy machine, 1 printer were recovered from Teslin's residence. Some have called it political witch hunt, but the point is, a voter register was discovered in the residence of the SSG, who was not a member or a staff member of Independent Electoral Commission. 2 voters card were discovered in his residence. They were not his. It could be his cronies. It could be his wife's brother, his mother's brother, his wife's uncle, sister, and all of that. But the point is, these were linked to him, and the cash money of 4.8 million naira. You are from Osun State, and then Adeleke has said, an Accord Party saying we champion the re-election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He is our president. He is our presidential candidate. We are not supporting any other person. In fact, Accord Party is not bringing any other presidential candidate. We're supporting yet. How then do you allude? How then do you think that this might be political witch hunt?
Well, I've spoken to some people this morning about this, and by 1:15 p.m. this afternoon, I'm going to be online with Osun Broadcasting Corporation, that is state radio station,
okay,
for a 1-hour program. And it's confusing. Why am I saying this? 2 voters register. You understand?
Yes. 2 voters card.
2 voters card.
Then a voter register.
So, for example, now I have domestic staff.
Yes.
You understand? For safekeeping. If I decide to keep a voter's card,
okay,
and that of my children in
your safe,
is it a wrong thing?
No, it's not.
When I heard it first, I thought possibly they saw about 100, 1,000.
Actually, Jackson, you saw a voter register.
A voter register.
And we're still talking about witch hunt.
No, voter register.
Yes.
Let me tell you one thing.
It's not an INEC staff.
Wait.
Yes.
I'm a security expert.
Okay.
And whichever way I behave, whichever way I reason, is within the ambit of security.
Okay.
Was there any search warrant obtained by the court? Approved by the court, obtained by
the police.
Was there anything like that? If there is no such order, such warrant, and the owner of the house is not notified, but they don't barge into the house, those people could implant most of those things on themselves.
Okay.
And they immediately gain access They release it.
That's a valid argument.
Yeah. You understand? The law says, even if there is a search warrant obtained by the police and approved by the court, when you want to go into that premises, the people you are coming to meet have the right to search you.
Before you go in.
Before you go in. They have the right to search you too. Before you go in. So that you will not bear anything, then later implant it in the house and say this is what we discovered. Not until we ascertain this. We should not begin to judge. No, things must be done the right way. If there is no search warrant, the police have no right to barge into any premises, either private premises, industrial, or whatever, without search warrant. No police have the right. It's a total illegality. And when it comes to political environment like this, it is part of something we are talking about.
Okay, so again.
So how can the police in Osun State be so lawless? And we are celebrating it.
Remember
that they have achieved something meaningful.
They said they have also arrested somebody who was on the wanted list of the police in its residence, perpetrating criminality in the state.
So, see, at times the media to celebrate hyperbolic statements.
Okay, tell us how.
Good. We want to see where the police through the court have declared that person wanted. If there is no publication before that moment, incident where the court has approved that the police have the right to declare this person wanted, you can't declare somebody wanted secretly. The only thing police can do, police can set surveillance around person to monitor your activities. That one is different from declaring wanted. There is no police authority without the consent of and the approval of the court that can declare anybody wanted. The governor of the state, the commissioner of police cannot declare anybody wanted without the consent of the police, the court and approval of the court. So we want to see where such a person has been declared wanted publicly and approved by the court.
All right. Okay, but let's step into the politics of Osun State now.
Yeah.
Ademola Adeleke, formerly of People's Democratic Party, moving into the Accord Party without any gigantic political structure. You know, we talk about structure here all the time in River State and in Nigeria. No better structure, no national visibility of Accord Party. And some say that might be his Achilles heel. It might be his greatest undoing, because that party doesn't have a statewide spread. He came in and made the party popular in Osun State. Couldn't that be a reason why somebody would want to amass voters' card just so his principal can win an election?
I think you are hyping this amass voters' card. 2 voters' card that are not be proven illegal is what you two are hyping now.
We're looking at motive.
I don't want to believe that you are working for the opposition.
No, we're looking at motive.
Okay, your question directly. This is not the first time it happens like that in Nigeria. There are some individuals within their domain that they are more popular than the party.
True.
Year 2003, Olusegun Agagu was the then governor of Ondo State. And Obasanjo tell Mimiko was then the Minister of Environment and Housing. He told the Minister President, I want to resign to go and contest in Ondo State. And he's there on the platform of his party, say PDP. Obasanjo told him clearly, as a president, I'm telling you, you cannot defeat Agagu in the primaries. But he resigned.
Okay.
You understand? Then, when he knew that truly he wouldn't defeat the incumbent governor. What did he do? Labour Party was relatively unknown, even in Nigeria, not to talk of in those states that was either AD or PDP. But he picked the ticket of APC, he picked the ticket of Labour Party or relatively non-party. But at the end of the day, what happened? He defeated the incumbent governor of Ondo State, the incumbent party in the presidency. He defeated. You understand? So it happens. Osomole in Edo State, what do they call it? The ACN, whatever, was not a non-party. Edo State has been PDP state. When the giants, like people like Tommy Kimi, late Tony Anini, Mr. Sixth, when they were there was someone that picked the ticket of relatively unknown party in the state. It defeated the incumbent. So what are we talking about?
Okay.
Are we saying Adeleke cannot achieve this? You understand? The popularity of the party is only in this part of the world that we see party as. What is a party? Party is just a platform. Party is the vehicle. What matters are good vehicles. But the person that took me here is he drives in a Mazda, but I know he's a good driver. People believe in good driver better than the expensive vehicles. Adeleke is a good driver. So far so good in Osun State.
You think so?
I know so.
Okay.
That is my home state. He has done a lot of things that even if I am the governor, I may not be able to do in my hometown, in my local government, and that cut across the 30 local government of Osun State. That is it. I am not saying the APC is not popular in that state, but the popularity of Adeleke, because of Adeleke political dynasty, the father was the first in the old Oyo State. When the present Osun State was a senatorial district, the father was the first senator. The elder brother was the first governor, civilian governor of Osun State. Later senator. Later this guy became senator. Later he became governor. They have a very popular political dynasty, and the governor himself has achieved a lot of things. I am not saying the APC is not popular in that state, but the popularity of APC is divided already, because Aregbesola, the national secretary of ADC today,
it's not with okay.
It was with
what was with
APC
before he went to the ADC.
Before he went to the ADC, so that's a divided home. That is it. And the structure of the Babajeje.
Yes, it's of the APC.
It's of the APC, but what was his achievement? His achievement for 4 years, with Aregbesola achievement for 8 years. These guys has overshot that level, that graph. They have dropped these people's 12 years continuous reign as governors. That is it.
All right.
I am not a member of any political party, and I don't have sympathy for any political party in Nigeria, because Nigeria political system, I don't think, if any right thinking human being should not be sympathetic to any political party.
Okay. Because
none of them are ideologically based. But I'm talking about the person. You understand? That does not make Adeleke to go to bed and sleep.
Okay.
And that is why, if the contest is not as fierce as this, that is to say something is happening. The contest is very fierce. By the special grace of God, I'll be there on air for 1 hour this afternoon.
Okay.
To discuss more than this elaborately.
All right.
That is it.
But moving forward, Osun State had being at the eye of the storm, and I know in recent times there was a little misunderstanding between the governor and the president's wife. Also, no, the governor came out to say there's no love lost between our two. I'm totally loyal to the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He has shouted to high heavens even now that Accord Party will not support any other presidential candidate than the president. So why now? Why is the suspicion of a witch hunt now that Accord Party is saying Tinubu no other president? Why would that be a trample upon them?
You see,
I hope you understand what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying. I've commented on this several times because every two weeks I must be on air for 1 hour in Osun politics.
Okay.
It's either on Real FM or Unique FM or Osun Broadcasting Corporation, all are in Osun State. I'm always a guest analyst. You understand? I've corrected the governor. The governor praising the president now may be one of his albatross that will work against him. Why am I saying this? I broke it down to the commissioner representing Obokun local government. He is the commissioner for environment. Honorable Mariwadi John is my brother. I broke it down to him and I corrected him. I said a lot of people in Osun State, they are trying to vote out APC completely in Osun State and wipe APC off. But for Adeleke is now becoming a political apologist of the president. I heard it from some persons that okay, if we are trying to vote away APC and this governor is still praising the support of APC, it is better we go and support the APC. So to me, this guy may not have a very good advisor. I won't call him a political neophyte. He has been a senator. You understand? But can I humbly say maybe he's a political greenhorn? You understand? Apologetic of
the president.
The president does not really have values to him. As a matter of fact, a lot of I heard the APC and the Accord Party, they warning that if you know you are going to support the president, so let us once and for all vote for APC. That is it. You know, a lot of people they want to be sympathetic unnecessarily to call one favor or whatever. At times it may boomerang. I am not really predicting, but this one may boomerang. The governor does not know, because the Accord Party we are talking about has their own presidential candidate.
Yes.
Then why, and the president candidate is a very formidable Yoruba man too, but from the North Central. That is it. So why? So if that one has supporters in Osun State that would have been supporting the governor's re-election, and the governor is going against their own leader, what are they going to do? They will do protest vote. At the end of the day, it will be boomerang on the governor.
It is something that we will continue to elicit reactions. We'll talk about it constantly. Accord Party's presidential candidate, Professor Christopher Chris Imomolen, is
no, that's a fractional presidential candidate.
Not happy. No, but Accord. Come to think of it,
a fractional.
Yes,
but the fractional Imomolen is a professor. Imomolen is he claimed to be the national chairman, but later he emerged in their own faction.
Accord Party is having internal rank. I didn't know.
I see Modawepo is the faction of the governor presidential candidate.
They're having a serious factional issue.
I know, I mentioned it.
And isn't that going to be a problem for Adeleke in the coming elections?
That is why Adeleke should be very careful, because you don't even know where this factionaries will come from. You don't even know who is sponsoring it. You don't know who is even encouraging it and bankrolling it. So let Adeleke not play to the gallery. That is my advice. Yeah.
All right. This is State of the Nation, Family Love 97.7 FM Port Harcourt. We discuss everything happening around the world and around Nigeria, especially with effect from, talk about everything at all that concerns the ordinary Nigerian. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala was, visited and talked about the economic reforms of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And the remarks were not against the president, but she questioned. So if we have economic reforms, let the reforms reflect on providing jobs for unemployed Nigerians. Let the reforms reflect on the day-to-day living of Nigerians. A lot of persons have taken up that issue and have interpreted it differently. I want you to know what you make of that.
Well, I wouldn't want to listen or to reanalyze what Okonjo-Iweala has said. But this is a practical issue. Economic reform that is not bringing about employment, that is not reducing poverty, that is not reducing the high cost of food and other things, that does not reduce the cost of air and land transport. What type of economic reform is that? Economic reform. What type of economic reform is this? Economic reform that is increasing hardship, the cost of living, the cost of doing business, the cost of borrowing from the bank, and others. What sort of economic reform is this? Any economic reform, no matter who analyzes it to be the best, I don't care. How does it affect positively the life of the people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria?
We will come to that. Yeah. She praised the economic reforms of the president, but she's saying she said the government needs to strengthen social nets, security nets, which means food gari on our table. Minimize the high cost of living in Nigeria, but we're not there yet. But of the economic reforms that they're in the right direction.
Okay, you are building an estate, right?
Yes.
But your children are still living under the rain, and you are not completed that yet. So before you finish that edifice, your children would have been flooded out. Is that what we're waiting for? Maybe that lady sound sarcastic. It's possible. Economic reform is in place, but the cost of food and other things are not affordable. The flight, I did one analysis on my WhatsApp status. During Jonathan period, the flight ticket, 55 minute air ticket to Abuja or Port Harcourt Abuja or Port Harcourt Lagos or Abuja Lagos or whatever was between 10 to 15,000.
Okay.
Then during Buhari, it was between 30 to 50,000-60,000. How much is it now? Within the first 3 years of Tinubu, 130 to 230,000. The cost of hotel in Abuja. I was in Abuja with the first 4 days I lodged in a big hotel. But after that one, I look at my distance. I said, no, I have to go to. If not that I booked return ticket. On my way back, the 230,000 flight ticket, on my way back it was 350,000 naira.
On your way back. So if you hadn't made or having enough money, you would have been stranded.
Possibly I would have trekked. from Abuja to Port Harcourt, maybe 2 months.
Because of the removal of fuel subsidies?
Yes, maybe 2 months. If I drive 50 kilometers, I will rest in the place. Then I won't carry my bag.
That's if you're not kidnapped by...
No, I won't carry my bag. Then I will rub powder, I will rub sand on my face. Because if they look at you, a big robot, you are raw material. You understand? Yeah. So if air transport is not affordable and land transport, because of security, is not available, what do? That alone can crumble economy. That is it.
All right. The phone lines are ringing. I'm going to open up the phone lines, but I have a very, very dramatic and worrisome situation. A situation that, if not nipped in the bud, might plunge us into anarchy. I saw a disturbing video of Temple Mudi. Temple Mudi is a protocol aide to the Delta State governor. He was beaten to a pulp. I saw the after video where his head was, totally. It was a total destruction. His facial reconstruct.
He was battered.
He is. I like words to describe what happened. And then you are probed further to see that he made a statement. I don't know if that statement was true. I saw some papers reporting it. I'm doing a research, and they said he made a statement that didn't lie well with the people around the area, but he was beating up, used empty bottle on his head. Not bottles.
Yes, bottles.
Is that not
barrage of bottles?
And when we asked questions, he said this administration is the best that has ever happened to Nigeria. I don't know if these were the exact words he said, but something in like manner. But my worry isn't that a disturbing trend when people talk about, if you don't agree, you just don't agree, but you be violent in doing so?
To me, that is an introduction to serious anarchy. Before, during, or after election. Why am I saying this? It's a nominal sign and signals that things are not going down well with the people. This is an introduction to people's anger. This is to attest to the fact that a lot of Nigerians today are not happy, and any little thing could trigger them off. There is nothing bad in pouring encomium on somebody you believe is doing well. Maybe he believes the president is doing well because he is part of the protocol to the governor of Delta State, and definitely maybe they have their own market, they are going where others are not going, or whatever. But maybe however the cost of things, maybe you'll be able to afford it because you work with the government, and it is nothing bad. It's like you are doing adverts for your product, I'm doing adverts for my product. Everybody should be free to do adverts for their products. But he did adverts for his own product, and he was almost sent to the LA grave. His ear, the shape of his head has changed forever. Because after the treatment, the scar will not bring about hair again. That is it. So it's an unfortunate situation, but it's a nominal sign and signal to the people in power that it is time to know that the situation is so tense. It is time to know that if care is not taken, Nigerians are dancing on the top of gunpowder. It is a signal for them to improve in whatever they are doing and however they are doing it. It's an unfortunate incident. I have my own candidate that I want to promote. But I've gotten a caution from there. Maybe I might promote a candidate and they batter me too like that. You understand? I may not be well fed the way that guy working with the governor is so well fed to have survive it. You understand? But when you look at, I've just returned from the northern Nigeria, Abuja in particular. Yeah, it's in the northern area.
North Central.
The Federal Capital Territory. And I saw what happened around. You discover that in some areas now, some insignias of some political parties can no longer be displayed. People go to damage so many things that symbolizes a particular political party. All these things are signs and signals that things are not going well. And when you see signs and signals that things are not going well, what does that one call for? It calls for changes, improvement. That is it. So if people are now no longer protesting, but they want to begin to batter people like a accidental vehicle that is panel-beated, you understand? It's getting bad.
All right, we do not know what he said that triggered the
I think it's a simple pouring encomium on the ruling party at the federal and the state. The state.
Because it was a party stakeholders meeting.
Yes.
So they can't. I don't think
a lot of people attend party stakeholders meeting because at the end of the day maybe 2,000 naira could be shared as transport. That is the reason why they go there. It's not because that they are happy.
Okay. All right.
And so those people that came to that place, their children are at home hungry. You are not pouring encomium because that is it. People should be very careful.
All right. The Commissioner for Works, that's Urban and Highway, Comrade Ruben Izeze was also attacked. Commissioner, it's not just Temple Moody, but Ruben was also attacked. In that, it happened that the Institute of Petroleum Petroleum Training Institute, that's PTI, in Delta State. I'm condemning this totally. We're also condemning this. It shouldn't be the way forward. All right, it shouldn't be the way forward.
It's condemnable.
No.
We should discourage it.
Yes.
Everybody should be able to praise whosoever. After all, the best for you may be the worst for some persons.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
There are food I eat that some people detest. There are food some people eat that I can never taste.
That should be poison for you.
But whenever you are eating your own food, and however where I see it, I won't condemn it.
True.
You like it, you are eating it.
True.
There are food I eat that a lot of people are not eating. So people should be very free to market their political products. In a situation where you are marketing your political product and you become after that time you become a guest of a medical facility, I don't think it's good.
All right, time to open up the phone lines. It's been bringing saints, so but let's bring them in. 0907-710-6501, 0208-4555-977. Numbers to call 0907-710-6501, 0208-4555-977. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, this is Mr. Zion. Good morning.
Mr. Zion, welcome.
And to the guests in the studio, good morning to you.
How are you, sir, Mr. Zion?
Thank you very much. And for our economic lady, I want to look at it that she just been fantastic. Because I stand to be corrected and I stand to challenge anybody in the public debate. The economic policies by President Tinubu, none of them can stand the test of time. Even if at all they table economic policies, have you seen anyone? Removal of subsidy is not economic policy. It's not.
You think it's not?
It's not economic policy.
We were borrowing to pay for subsidy, and that's not economic.
No, that was what they told you. That was not
okay,
happening.
You know otherwise?
This is a government that will lie to you. It's a government that is characterized with lies. A government that has fake agencies operating and working with them. A government that will look at you that don't care for you. What are you not telling me?
So hold on, because when you say the government lied, we wouldn't be talking about Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We'll be talking about Buhari's government. We'll be talking about Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Hold on. These are governments that paid subsidy. So you're saying Goodluck Ebele Jonathan lied? You're saying Buhari lied?
Who told you they are paying subsidy?
That's what I'm saying. I'm asking a very direct question. Are you saying that Buhari's government lied? Goodluck Ebele Jonathan government lied. Yar'Adua's government lied. Obasanjo's government lied.
Psychological liars. That is what I said. And I challenge them to come and prove it.
So
what's the name of the organization that pays the subsidy? Under which characteristics or under which indices? And this is our problem. We just sit down, they tell us this, we swallow it, we walk away, we don't care. Because we are benefiting from them. I ask a question, what is the name of the organization they use in paying the subsidy? You were here when they give us TSA, you know, so we all know the function of the TSA, you know, so I'm putting it to you. What is the name of the organization paying for the subsidy? Is it the federal government that pays for it? We have the down option, they don't pay. We have this one, they don't pay. We have check, they don't pay. We have so. Who is the name of the organization that pays the subsidy?
Okay, so a quick one. You know, part of what we do here on radio is provide education, provide answers when these questions are asked. The federal government had constantly, even in the budgetary in expenses, told us that subsidy, and you could say that marketers brought in petroleum products, and when petroleum products maybe at point of sale is 500 naira per liter, and government says we are going to pay 300. That's subsidizing it for you. Instead of you to pay 500, you will not pay 200 because we have paid 300 for you.
I ask you, what system today use in paying you the 200 naira? You, the marketer, what process, what indices, what factor, what agency, what policy, how are they paying you?
Okay,
200 naira for the subsidy.
Of course, I don't want this argument to go on and on because so many other persons are waiting for us. But the federal government, hold on now, hold on. You asked a question, so that let me understand, make you understand. Because I've answered the question, you are still recycling the same question, and I'm telling you that federal government, they call this social alleviation for the people, and then if for instance a subsidy, a commodity is 1,000 naira, it's not just in petroleum, they do even electricity. Okay, so they pay a certain amount of money. Can you listen to me? Can you listen to me so that we'll have a conversation? Because when we talk, I listen so that because people are listening so that they can learn. Because the same questions the same question might be on the mind of people who are calling us. So government will pay a certain amount of money to cover for what you are supposed to pay. That's why it's called subsidy. I don't know if you understand. And then it's paid by the federal government. So you will still repeat the same question.
Which system, my brother? You have the NNPC in charge of this. Is it not so? You have upstream, downstream in charge of that. Is it not so?
Yes.
You have some in charge of this. Is it not so? We have departments in charge of the sale of government assets, mobilizing revenues and other assets for the government. Is it not so? Which agency is paying your subsidy for you?
Do you have the Federal Ministry of Petroleum? Do you know of any Federal Ministry of Petroleum, right?
Federal Ministry of Petroleum, yes.
Yes, you know of. Hold on now. Hi, Mr. Zay, we can't have a conversation like this if we I allow you talk and then you don't allow. You just listen to argue. You're not listening so that we'll have a conversation. Don't listen to argue. Listen so that we'll have a conversation. When you talk, I allow you talk. When I talk, you allow me so that I will explain this for you to understand. I don't like it when people just listen to argue. It's not nice. Hello, good morning.
If I came to studio, good morning. They greet me.
All right.
You can be able to come and decide what you say.
I will do that.
A lot of people want to talk. Let me tell you
let the finish. Go on.
Daddy, good morning.
Morning, my dear brother. How are you, sir?
Fine. The way you paint Adeleke,
Yes.
Adeleke is very bent in your hand and use a very expensive perfume according to you and according to the people. This is not good for God. You, sir, daddy,
Yes.
all your son, because personally you are the voice that we have been hearing, and you have talked almost all over the whole nation. I dey hear you for Arise, I dey hear you for Nigeria, what is it called, Radio Nigeria.
Nigeria is
I dey hear you. So, for a Jew, for Governor of Osun State, you think Adeleke, not from Orange, these people never even know what they do, man. 4 months now they pass through. They are eating for government to government to government. If Adeleke say this governor now, nothing bad in it. He comes by himself. Because let another person go. I don't get to know. Let me just say that. Just as APC administration, when the money now is trying to invite APC to this governor of the team, and Ola Messi, someone who better state who you said beat a better so whatsoever, whether something related that Tinubu is there. You know that personally as I'm talking to you, if we see any president like person like Tinubu or whosoever APC, Element Johnson or Rivers State, if I after this voice when I go to Imo State, when they call their what is it called, that one when this rich what is his name, City Boys movement. This is the place where they carry come out. Many people, they are not happy because the administration is biting. You know what is cost now? What is about 600 naira?
You see?
Let me tell you, it's one of the best. I am about 43 to 44 now. I never see a government like this for my life.
All right.
The government that is fighting, that is eating our kidney, our spinal cord, God will give. God will put them come up from this way.
Thank you very much. You wanted to make a statement.
Yes, I love the way Eduman spoke, and I've said something like that too, as concerned the air flight or whatever. But Mr. Zion asked a particular question. If that question has not been answered before, and I think it is time federal government answer such a question.
What was the question?
Good. Is that which office are they paying the that they using to pay the subsidy?
But I answered now. I said,
wait.
Federal government pays directly to the petroleum.
From the federation account?
From the federal account. No, it's embedded.
Okay. That means in America. In America.
Okay.
When they want to if the America want to do relief
to people,
the big corporate institutions and others, they pay through the American Department of Treasury.
Okay.
If they want to do it through if they want to help the small scale businesses, they do it through the SBA, Small Business Administration System. That is where they pay. Paycheck Protection Program, PPP. Then, if they want to do for agriculture, they pay through U.S. Department of Agriculture.
Yes.
Then, if they want to do whatever they want to pay through the labor, you understand? They pay it through the U.S. Department of Labor. You understand? And so on and so on and so on. So, we cannot just say federating account. Who is in charge of the federating account? Who? Which office? So Mr. Zion is right. As a citizen, he has the right to know from which department that they are paying the money from.
Now, again, see why I said I wanted him to listen so that he will understand.
No, I understand you and I believe you. But what Mr. Zion is asking this morning, I think if you go to the places like the US, the UK, the Germany, the Canada of this world, you understand, they listen to citizens. There are some questions the citizens will ask. You understand? They will quickly adjust the system to make sure they answer such. So what Mr. Zion is asking this morning, from which account From which department
was federal government paying
the subsidy?
You know that federal government, like I said,
it is nothing bad if there is anything like federal subsidy office.
There's nothing like that.
No, I say it is nothing bad.
If there's
we say we are copying American political and administrative system. This is it.
We just pick and choose.
We don't pick and choose.
And choose with the one that.
That is it.
Federal government was paying for that for subsidy up until 2016. They were paying directly. From 2016, NNPC started.
Can I tell you what I thought Tinubu should have done? Good. It's like there is water leakage in your house. What do you need to do? You don't need to go and block the leakages. It's not because there is water leakage in your house and you just see water supply. The children, everybody are going to suffer. So to me, those people that they know, the racketeers, that they know that are using it to amass wealth, is getting wealth to themselves. I think those people should have been arrested and they block all those linkages. Other than there is no country in the world that does not do subsidy.
No, that's true.
That is it. So if you are not providing us with road, if the air is not cheap, no rail,
and we're not getting anything from
what are we really gaining?
Remember, we were sold. We were sold the.
Mr. Zion,
dummy.
Mr. Zion, if I know I can get you, I will give you one bottle of red wine.
You know, we were sold the dummy that we're going to save from subsidy.
Yeah.
Any money saved from subsidy,
they are saving it to governors.
It's going to be
and the governors too are saving it. Governors use it to increase their security votes.
Put into development of the nation. We're not seeing that. We're not seeing that happen.
But we are growing.
We're what?
We are growing.
We're growing.
When I posted on my status that the flight that was 10 to 15,000 now 130 to 230, some people say congratulations. That is growing. That is growing. It's development.
All right. So the phone lines are ringing, but we can't continue taking calls. We're already pressed for time this morning. I had a very massive fun this morning. To everyone who called in, we don't take you for granted. We do the best we can to appreciate everyone, give you your flowers, because it's not easy to call in, make our time calling to talk for national development. May your pockets be replenished. Thank you very much, Jackson.
Honestly, I miss that gentleman from Outer West. I miss that man from this place there.
Outer West is
somebody is always calling for Outer West. Somebody is always calling for Element. Somebody is always calling from so I miss all these people today.
Okay.
I miss them seriously. Please, maybe by next week we will extend the time.
Yes.
And Mr. Zion will not elongate his argument so that others can call.
Mr. Zion was worried. And
worried as well.
His worry was, where was federal government? Because he's saying subsidy is a total lie. It's not today. He's been saying that subsidy is a total lie. They should tell us where they are paying the money from so that we can verify. That's his argument.
Yeah.
And I said from the documents before us that federal government was paying directly. What federal government was doing was verify from marketers the volume of petroleum products imported and then pay. We do not know how much. We do, and it reflects in our appropriation bill every year.
Cosby.
Yes.
If somebody call me now, say Jackson Leko don't want to know the source of
my wealth.
If I say no, you are enemy. Somebody has petitioned me. I'm a liar. I should be able to say I'm in security. I'm into agriculture. I should be able to say it. And if you want to see my farm, I take you to my farm. If you want to go to the security, I take you there. Nigeria need to know from which account are you paying.
But this information is in the open. It's everywhere.
If you we don't know the account, you cannot say
freedom of information.
Federal government has no power, has no right to pay directly from the federation account
to the marketers.
What are you talking? Are you telling me it's only the executive alone that form the part of the federal government? No, now we have the economic team.
Economic team put together by the executive.
Put together by the executive that involve all the governors and other stakeholders.
You know that payment wasn't,
the payment that is
wasn't just done abrupt. It wasn't just done truthfully.
Any payment, any contractor that only the governor is paying. It's a shady deal.
No, but the legislators are also involved because the appropriation is sent to the state, the National Assembly.
I don't know why Cosby has become the spokesperson of the government.
No, I'm trying to educate. I'm trying to educate.
Yes.
The people who, the person who.
Zion too was educating, and I'm educating too. Any contractor that is only the governor that is paying directly from the governor office is a shady deal.
Okay.
Not the Ministry of Finance is paying. Not the Ministry of Work is paying. Not the Accountant General that is paying. The payment of a contractor is directly from the government office.
Let me tell you, if you pay from the office of the finance minister, federal government paid.
I said we need to know.
Okay.
We need to know.
The particular.
Is it the presidency that is paying? Any contractor that only the governor is paying is a shady deal.
I get that.
Yes.
Alright, but hey, Family Matters will not come on stream this morning. Stay here. Family Love 97.7 FM tomorrow. We'll be back here.